Hey everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new and returning, my name is Angie and I resonate with the Twin Flame Collective. So for today's pick a card reading, we are going to be tapping into the energies where we're going to be finding out a little bit about if you are actually going to be destined to come into 3D union in this lifetime. So a lot of the collective have been reaching out to me recently and they have been asking questions, especially I've noticed this topic has been coming up quite a bit lately in regards to union. Are they going to come into union with their person? What's going to happen? Am I actually going to be with this person in the end? So because of this, I actually decided to do a pick a card reading based upon this very same topic. Hopefully this reading can provide a lot of clarity for you guys at this time. I want to also say a bit of a disclaimer, as if you suspect that you are in a twin flame, a higher level soulmate connection, therefore you have to be in union with self before you will be able to come into union with your person. And as always, there are exceptions to the rule where there are people who your book of life was written in a way that says that you and your person would heal to a certain point, and then there would be an opportunity for you guys to come back and kind of collaborate and work on coming into union together. So there are, of course, exceptions to the rule. But for most of you, this is going to be a reading that's going to provide you with clarity in regards to what are some of the blockages going on at this time for you and how you can heal yourself to be able to come into union and bring yourself back into balance. I also want to let you guys know as well that I am still going to be doing my free giveaway for 2 lucky subscribers for the month of February who have a chance to win a free personal reading. So to be entered into this giveaway, all you have to do is like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. If you feel called as well, you can also book personal and private readings, as well as I am still accepting clients for coaching. So even if it is a monthly type of coaching service, it doesn't have to be started necessarily, because I've gotten a few emails with that as well. It doesn't necessarily have to be started at the beginning of a month. It depends upon when you would like to start. That's when the 4 sessions or 2 sessions, which either that you decide to purchase, that's how it works. So yes, without further ado, we are going to tap in. So we have 3 piles for you to choose from. We have pile number 1, which is this strawberry quartz, and it also correlates with this mother energy here. It also, we have here pile number 2, which is the yellow turquoise rough, and it correlates with this dead end card. We have the self for pile number 3, and it correlates with the Chalco Pyrite. So do your thing, guys, pick your pile, and I'll see you wonderful folks in your reading. Hey my wonderful pile number 1s. Before we tap in, I have a couple brief announcements to make. So if you are new and returning to my YouTube channel, I welcome you. My name is Angie and I resonate with the Twin Flame Collective. So I've actually got a lot of questions recently from the collective in regards to if they're going to be coming into union with their person, what's going to be going on, what's going to be happening. So when I'm doing this reading, I want you to put on your third eye. So activate your third eye when watching this reading, as this reading is supposed to be providing you with clarity with what you are already picking up intuitively. A lot of the time when people watch these pick a card readings, they generally like to look at this as it has to be 100% their situation. So everybody's situation is different, but this is going to be providing a general overview of the energy that I'm feeling for pile number 1. So this is a collective energy that will be for the people who chose this specific pile. I also want to let you guys know as well that I am open for personal and private readings. So if this reading resonates and you would like to get further clarity about your situation, feel free to book a personal and private reading. I also have spaces open for coaching. If you feel called to check that out, you guys can check out my website. So just set this aside here for the strawberry quartz, and we'll set this energy here. So this is actually the overall energy that I'm feeling already intuitively picking up on. So as soon as I touched this card, I heard that there is some sort of mothering energy. Could be very much an Empress type of energy that I'm feeling. But I'd have to pull some cards in order to gain further clarity, but I will set this here aside to give us the overall energy of the read. So the first question that I'm going to be figuring out is I'm going to get a significator for your person's energy as well as your energy. So you are going to be here on the left and your person is going to be here on the right. So let's get a significator, Spirit, for the strongest polarity of the viewers for pile number 1, please. Significator, please, for pile number 1, the DF energy. Okay, so we have intensity, and I'm being told that is the Phoenix. For the DM, we have past life, and let's get the card, please, for the shared chakra energy between both of them. The shared vibe. We have teachers. So right away, what I am picking up on as the overall energy for yourself is intensity. So this is very much giving me some sort of phoenix, like a rising from the past. So it's very much giving me a vibe where you might be feeling called at this time to put all of your effort and energy into some sort of creative project where this relationship or connection is concerned. For a lot of you guys, I feel that this is some sort of spiritual activation or some sort of high-level spiritual new beginning that you're actually going through at this time. But I'm noticing very much that the energy or the person, the DF energy that I'm picking up on is looking in the opposite direction of the DM. So it may be a situation where you might not have been focusing a lot of your time, attention, and energy on the connection. You have been pooling your resources to focus a lot more on self. So with that being said, it feels very much like the DF who is in the energy of this reading very much is feeling that pull, but it's in a pull towards another direction. So it feels very much like a situation where for a while you might have been focusing heavily on the connection with the DM, but recently there has been some sort of turn in the tide is what I'm feeling here. So your person is feeling this kind of like absence, but this is also making this person maybe experience a lot more paranormal activity is what I will say for the DM in this reading, which is signified here with this past lives. So it feels very much like a situation where you are not really so much focusing heavily on the connection. You are focusing on doing your own healing and focusing on yourself at this time. I feel that this is a shared energy. So you could be very much twin flame or in a higher level soulmate connection, because I'm noticing that their two antlers are connecting inwards with each other. So I feel that this is a time where both of you guys are spending a lot of time alone, going inwards and focusing on yourself at this time. So it feels very much like, even though you might be in some sort of separation from your person in the physical 3D at this time, you guys are very much still connected in the higher realm, so the 5D and onwards. It also feels very much like a situation where you guys may have signed up or decided before coming and reincarnating in this lifetime that during this leg of the journey, you guys would be doing a solo mission by yourself. So it feels very much like the DM is starting to do a little bit of some research in regards to past life connections, soulmate connections. They want answers in terms of this connection. I feel that the ancestors are also working with your person at this time as they also go through their own powerful spiritual awakening, and they are also being guided by spirit. So I'm noticing here in the imagery how the hands are holding this egg, which is a signification for me of a death and rebirth process. So it feels very much like this connection is being supported by the ancestors, and it feels very much as well that you guys are on track in terms of where you're supposed to be at this point in time in terms of your journey and your evolutionary process. It also feels as well that you guys are turning over a new leaf, as this is a carmelian for me, and that is a creature or an animal that very much changes its stripes and goes inwards in terms of blending in, camouflaging through different types of situations. So your person, I feel as well at this time, is going through a period where they are learning how to adapt with the circumstances that they have also been presented. So they are working very hard in terms of clearing past life karma in their bloodline and working very hard on clearing past life mistakes. It could even be mistakes as well in the 3D reality in this lifetime that this person is also transmuting. So they are no longer willing to be a victim of their circumstance. This person is learning how to go inwards and how to find that balance within self, is what I'm also hearing as well. So there are a lot of helpers that are with your person at this time that are guiding them as they find their own light through this period of darkness, which feels like that separation energy where this person is now left to kind of face the reality that they would have created on their own. So this is a spiritual lesson that this person is learning, but they also are developing wisdom at this time as they go through this evolutionary process within themselves. For a lot of them as well, I feel that this is also a wound that they are currently processing too with the mother energy, and it could even be yourself as well who is processing the same wound as well. I feel that your person is very much mirroring you heavily at this time, which is why it's very important for you to be mindful of your intentions, your words, your actions, your thought processes as well, because this person very much is following suit in terms of the breadcrumbs that you have been leaving this person as they find their light through the darkness. You have definitely illuminated the path for this person to keep up. And so it's kind of feels like a situation where a lot of them may have felt that they weren't ready for this change, but this change was something that was inevitable. So the guides are also supporting you guys as well at this time, as they're also guiding you through lessons that you guys are also learning and experiences that you guys are also going through. So let's see the overall what needs to be healed. So the blockages of this connection. So what is blocking union at this time? So we have here angelic intervention. We also have betrayal. We have death, and we have sanctuary. So what I see here as the blockage in this connection is really just divine intervention. So it looks like you guys might have gone off course for a period of time in this connection. It could have been a situation where one or both of you guys had needed to go inwards and get some sort of clarity about the way in which you guys had been conducting your life and the things that you have been doing. So it feels very much like the hand of fate has intervened in this situation and has caused it's not the right time for you and your person to come together, is what it feels like. It's nothing really per se that you guys could have done in this situation that would have changed the outcome here. This was something that I feel was divinely guided by this experience. So it could have been a separation from some sort of betrayal where your person could have been entertaining a third party, because I'm noticing here that there are two people laying in bed together. And so you guys might have gone into a separation because of this betrayal. And so this is what kind of caused or was the catalyst of change here in this connection with you and this person. It could have been also a situation where I'm hearing where it could have been an office romance, or maybe you met this person through a mutual friend of some sort, and then it kind of was a situation where you thought that your person was single, or one of you guys may have been married or in some sort of commitment, but you guys thought that maybe they had ended it, or maybe they called it off, and then you found out afterwards that this person actually was entertaining other options. So I feel that there is also a need for you to go inwards and forgive yourself and forgive this person as well. So for a lot of you guys, you might be feeling like this person betrayed you or they hurt you, and that's kind of why you've been kind of shying away or turning away from this connection as well. So there is an energy here to take the lesson that was presented here by this experience, and also to focus very much on your healing. So do not take this personally. This trigger was necessary for you to be able to now recognize the parts of yourself that needed to be healed and the parts of yourself that definitely needed to be changed. This person definitely feels either like an ascension partner or some sort of high level twin flame or soulmate is what it feels like here in this reading. So it very much was a situation where you needed to experience this betrayal or experience this loss in order for you to focus heavily on fulfilling your life purpose as a result of this. So I also see here with your person that they are also going through a transformation. It could be as well because you pulled your energy back. This kind of forced this person in terms of needing to go inwards and really work on the parts of themselves that needed to be healed. So it could be a death to an identity. It could be a death of a job. It could be literally a death of a family member that could have also triggered this person as well. So it's like a series of events, it feels like, that happened with this person in terms of what they now need to focus on in terms of healing. So this is very much feeling like an identity death. There's a part of them that very much is a little bit immature. And this part of themselves, which is tied to their ego, needed to be transmuted for this person to be able to work on the parts of themselves that was still very much immature. So it feels very much like a situation where maybe for a long time you were toting around this connection on your back. You were the one that was overgiving in this situation, or you were the one that had been over investing in this connection with this person. And they kind of were just taking from the connection, and they could have even taken you for granted in a lot of cases for those of you who are watching this. But now I feel like this person is forced to have to find that inner sanctuary within self and recognize that they are strong on their own 2 feet as you go through this period of your own evolutionary process. I'm hearing glow up. This is what is forcing this person to also take some time to really focus on themselves and really focus on the parts of them that was still very much unhealed. So this is a cycle that I feel that this person has been in for quite some time. This is a carryover lesson for you, I feel, and this person from previous lifetimes. You guys could have also involved a lot of people in this connection too, where it was a situation where you guys were listening to the advice of other people that might have been misleading and had informed you guys about things or how to do things in the connection or what to do next, or you were very concerned about what other people may have thought. A lot of you guys, I feel like, watching this, and so was this person too. And this kind of would have been also what would have also caused the breakdown of this connection as well. But now this person is learning how to develop their wisdom and how to really find that strength within self, to really focus on the parts of themselves that needs to be worked on at this time is what I'm picking up on. So I'm going to actually pull another card for you. I'm being shown to get another card, so I'll be right back. I'm going to pull that card for you. Okay guys, so I'm back. So I'm also hearing as well with this pile, this person also might have gone into the direction of some sort of karmic soulmate. And this karmic soulmate, I feel, is also teaching this person a very powerful lesson about themselves as well. So they may have been overgiving in that connection, whereas you had been overgiving to them. I feel that this person's whole livelihood was reliant upon your energy to kind of keep on giving to the connection, giving to this person. But a lot of you guys, I feel like, are learning that you needed to take that same energy that you were investing in the connection with this person and really turn that inwards to focus a lot more on yourself. Because I feel the more that you gave to this connection, it was like, when was it going to be enough? When were you going to, see something with this? It feels very much like a lot of time may have been invested in this situation or in the same cycle, it feels like, with this person as well. So I feel that you guys very much are heavily triggered at the moment with this person, and this person is also very heavily triggered. So let's see what were some of the issues that also needed to be healed in this situation. There could have also been a lot of sex as well in this connection too, is what I'm hearing from Spirit, where the connection might have been overly sexualized, rather than it being a situation where you were able to give equally to the connection. It feels very heavily sexualized. I don't know where that's coming forward. It could have been some sexual trauma as well that needs to be healed or transmuted at this time with this person. Because I feel that you are feeling that pull in your sacral as well, the viewers of this, towards this person too. I'm noticing all this yellow here. I'm noticing the red here. So it could have been linked to some sort of childhood trauma, which resulted in why you kind of gave yourself freely to this person without having those healthy boundaries. is what I'm also feeling here as well. So there's definitely a need to heal the sacral, the solar, and the root chakra. The lower chakras here are currently being healed at this time. So let's read. We have self-disgust feelings. Disgust is essential to survival, hopefully telling us to expel whatever is toxic to us. Self-disgust happens if you cannot reject toxic experiences or psychological attacks that turn disgust against yourself rather than the perpetrator, especially if the survival is dependent on them. As your mother or father, it can seem safer to say, I am bad, than they are bad. Shame is a major factor in self-disgust. Eating disorders, engaging in abusive relationships, both victim and perpetrator, and addictions are often developed and maintained from shame and self-disgust. Take a moment to sit with the word disgust. What happens to your body? What feelings arise when the zone is in? What are the feelings in your mind? Self-disgust is a powerful state of being, and exploring and acknowledging it early is pivotal in moving towards a healthier relationship with yourself and others. So very much this feels like, as I talked about, you guys didn't love yourself, and I feel this person didn't love themselves either. So it was just a lot of people who were just hurt from previous experiences, and this was learned behavior through that mother energy or even that father energy as well. And that was kind of what kept happening, and we're noticing this is red here. So root, this is again foundation. The way in which you guys were raised is one of the major blockages here in the connection. So a lot of you guys watching this need to go back to your childhood and really look at, the way in which things would have played out for this connection and other relationships or connections that you may have had with a lot of people as well too. It also feels very much like a sense of codependency as well coming forward here as well. So maybe this person was reliant upon you to always be there, and you were always reliant upon them. That, the more that I give to them, maybe one day they'll recognize me, or maybe one day they will see my potential and what I have to really offer in this connection as well. So there was a big lesson about needing to understand that you can't fix people. They have to fix themselves, and they got to work on themselves. You are not here to pick up someone who is a project. You deserve to be with someone who is completely whole as a person, as you are striving now to be a whole person, so that you're not picking up these people who are projects, right? That fixer-upper, You have to walk away from that now, because to recognize is about how you view yourself. So if you think that, this is the best you can get, this is kind of like the reality of what will happen. So I feel that maybe this person was settling, but in a way, so were you. So you guys are both settling for less than what you deserve in this situation. And this started from childhood. That was a lesson that carried on. And even before that, it was a past life lesson that came forward for this person as well as you. So let's see the outcome of this situation. So we know what needs to be healed, but let's see the outcome. We have the Two of Pentacles. You guys might be seeing 222 a lot as well. That's all about seeking balance, finding stability within self. You guys might also be seeing 555 a lot as well, which is challenge and change, right? So change is definitely here for you guys to level up and, really work on this, because the problem doesn't escape. It doesn't go away. So if you guys are looking for clarity as well, I do general life readings. You guys can also book that as well. I have 2 question readings, and I also have general life purpose readings as well too. Okay, so this is a lot of block energy at the moment. So this is definitely why divine intervention is here for you guys. So what it feels like in this situation with the Two of Pentacles, so this is earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. 4 of Pentacles, so that is earth energy again. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We have the 4 of Wands, so that is Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. We also have the Ace of Cups, which is water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and another Wands again, which is fire, so that's Aries, Sagittarius, as well as Leo. Sun, Moon, or Rising may resonate with this as well. So it feels very much like the outcome is that there is some sort of connection here that needs to dissolve. So it's either you or this person has to get rid of a third party, or it could even be both of you guys as well. It could have been a situation where you guys are both sneaking around when you guys had been entertaining other option is what I feel here coming forward in this reading. It feels like there is a sense of loss here where you do miss this person substantially, and I do think that they miss you as well. But you guys have to hone your intuition better in this case with the Ace of Cups reverse. So it feels very much like a situation where it's a sense of loss and not knowing how to move forward in this situation, how to heal. You know, what can be done here? So there's an energy here of needing to either get some sort of coaching or, you know, go and talk to a therapist about this issue here. But what I see as the outcome at the moment is that you guys are going to remain in the same type of situation because Spirit has intervened in this connection and you guys are both been put on pause. So at the moment, I would say that depending upon the work that both of you guys are willing to do, I feel like this will determine whether or not you will be destined for union with this person or not. So if you decide that you don't want to do the work, this is where you're going to be stuck in the same cycle, repeating the same lessons. It might even come in a different form other than this person. If this is your twin, I feel like you guys will be like, you know what, I'll just manifest a soulmate. And you will manifest that soulmate, but that soulmate will be just as healed as your twin. Take it from me, I had to learn that the hard way as well. So with that being said, you can't run from your problems. You cannot escape your reality. The only way forward here I see is that you do the healing work. And when you're able to really work on yourself and release a lot of these insecurities that you guys have and feelings of not being good enough, you know, that deep abandonment wound and rejection wound and codependency, you guys will be able to change your narrative here and actually have a connection where it's equal give and take instead of you being the overgiver in the connection in fear that the person may leave you or walk away. You got to remind yourself that you are enough. You are good enough. So you don't have to settle for something, even if this is your twin, because this is also a test for you. The twin is one of your greatest teachers of all time, eh? Your twin flame or your higher level soulmate, that is your greatest teacher of all time, because they really mirror to you the parts of yourself that still need to be healed. So a lot of you guys may have thought, oh, well, I got over that 10 years ago, I got over that 5 years ago. There's still a lot of work here that is required because the energy very much feels like this started from childhood and it was something that you've never officially gotten over. You got to go back to your past. You got to go back to the past. Some of you guys may even benefit from a regressionary therapy session. I do hypnosis as well. Because sometimes what happens with trauma is that it lays dormant and deep within our subconscious. And so we don't remember all of the details in terms of what happened, and we need to go back and be regressed to actually retrieve the parts of it from our brain to be able to remember what happened to us and what do we need to really heal here. So if you are stuck and looking for guidance, reach out via email. If you have questions, reach out. Because this doesn't have to be your story. I feel like there is a lot of potential here for you to really have that happy ever after. Even though at the moment it may seem very dark, in this reading and in terms of the spread, there is a lot of opportunity and hopefulness I still feel from this read, but it's all dependent upon the work that you're willing to do. You know, you got to be that phoenix and rise above the ashes. You know, really take back your power and harness, you know, the parts of yourself that are still fragmented. And a lot of the time as well, what happens with trauma, which is why I do an innovative type of therapy as well, is that when someone gets traumatized or something traumatic happens, the soul fragments. So you might be, let's say, 30 years old, but you're still really that child who's really 4, 5, 6 when you felt violated. So part of my treatment is we go back, you and I go back to when that happened, and you take your power back from the people that may have wronged you. And especially if this is your twin, this is definitely necessary because a part of them I feel like is still frozen in that fear too. So this is not only going to help yourself, but this will definitely help your twin as well. You got to go back to the past and you got to heal it because it doesn't go away. It feels like for a long time you have been juggling with this, coping with it. But really, a part of you is still very much dead inside. And this is where you guys have a right to take back your power and to really reclaim the parts of yourself. Union is possible. It all starts from mindset and the amount of work that you are willing to do on yourself. And that's something that a lot of people don't talk about. Your person cannot be more healed than you. Because when they come with the triggering, if you're still not able to really heal. You will be triggered by the experiences that this person does. But you have to remember that you got to hold space for the vision here. Choose yourself in this situation. You know, really focus on your healing and give yourself credit, because I know that you guys have come a long way, but there's still a little bit more of a hurdle that needs to be healed here. Union is possible in this pile, but it's all dependent upon you and the work that you're willing to do. I am just the messenger. I'm the channel for spirit. I just deliver what I see here. But it is possible. But it starts with you loving yourself enough to recognize that you don't want to be still stuck in that sunken place at that age when you were violated or traumatized by whatever experience you would have gone through. You got to rise up above the adversity. You got to take your power back. You got to choose yourself. So my regression is not the typical regression and whatnot. No, we go right back to when all of this occurred. If it's a past life issue, we go back to that past life. If it's a situation where you but I will feel that out intuitively. And the healing. But deep healing is required here. You gotta claim your power back. Take your power back here. Let's get the last piece of advice, Spirit, and then we're gonna close out this reading. Alright, we have intention, playing it safe. So this is staying in a comfort zone and also maintaining the status quo is what I feel here as well. And the back of the deck, we have dark thoughts. So the mind going a mile a minute, overthinking, overstressing. You got to release that now. All right, so let's read 6, intention. So union is possible, guys, but you got to heal. And healing is never done, you know. As you go through different parts of time, you might even be re-triggered by things. But the goal here isn't to dwell in the sunken place. It's to rise above the adversity, right? I see that you guys do have that fire, that determination within yourself. It is possible. You just got to believe in it. So let's read what the advice is. A woman sits at a table in a fenced-in yard. In the distance, fireworks light the sky. The woman seems comfortable, lounging in her lovely garden, but ignoring the world outside the fence. Her situation may be adequate, but really she's missing out on the joy and excitement beyond her own environment. She reflects a present mindset or situation for you. There's a circumstance, a relationship, or even a place that you are choosing to stay in, out of familiarity, inhibition, or self-doubt. You're making the assumption that something familiar is predictable and therefore safe, but that is not necessarily the case. In fact, you may be actually be limiting yourself and also limiting the joy that you could be experiencing in your life. Only when you choose to stay in based on a sense of genuine joy and feeling of self-honor does this decision resonate with your heart. It's time to look at all of your options and know that you are resourceful enough to break through the fence of your own making. The abundantly beautiful world is yours for the taking. Join the celebration. The world is a powerful place, and I have all the power and resources I need to make it mine. So this is all about reclaiming back your power, not settling in any situation that you are in at this time. Because it feels very much like it's not even for your highest good, but you might have told yourself that. You know, that narrative that you might have told yourself for a long time. It's time to break free out of this comfort zone. You know, the ego's doom is what I'm being told. So that box that the ego tells you, it's only safe for you to be here, when really you're meant to be more like out here, but you tell yourself that it's only safe here. So it's time to really break those convictions down and to really, really, really take that leap of faith, you know, to really turn the tide in your situation. So that's what I have for you, pile number 1. If it resonates, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm sending you lots of love and light. Take care. Hey, my wonderful pile number 2s. If you guys are new and returning, my name is Angie, and I resonate with the Twin Flame Collective. So I want to get into this reading, but I want to have some disclaimers because I know that some people might be heavily triggered by this reading. So this reading topic is, are you destined to come into 3D union in this lifetime? So to be in union is not necessarily to be in union with your person. This is all about yourself. So your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. So there are parts of yourself that need to be healed and transmuted. You will never be able to, let's say, come into union with your person because you're not fully healed. So there are some exceptions, of course, to the rule where there are people who are meant to heal enough to a certain point, and them and their person can kind of work it out and negotiate what needs to be done after that. But ideally, I would say for most people, it would be a situation where you would have to heal to enough to a point where it would be even able for you and your person to collaborate and work together. So I'm just going to set this aside here, as this is going to be the overall energy of the reading. So for a lot of you guys, I feel like you might think that this connection with your person or situation, or maybe this is a dead end, or it's like maybe a closing of a cycle as well, and you guys are now stepping into some sort of new beginning where love and relationship is concerned, or even a love for yourself. I feel like some sort of cycle or time period of dark energy is kind of being transmuted as well at this time for you guys. So also I want to let you guys know as well that if you feel called and would like to book a personal reading, you guys can check out my website. I'll leave links to this in the description bar of this reading. So I'm going to be channeling your energy on this side, your person on that side, and the middle energy will be the connecting energy between you and your person. So let me get a significator for the DFs of pile number 2, Spirit. We have guidance. That's beautiful. 3 of Pentacles. So that is all about collaboration. Let's get a card for their person. We have here clinging to the past. But I'm going to read the reversal of this, which is the first time that I have done that. So I feel like this person is transmuting that type of energy. Let's get the connecting chakra energy, spirits. Connecting chakra energy. So we actually have 2 cards. We have resolution, and we also have squaring the circle. All right, so let me start by giving you an overview of your energy that I'm picking up on at this time. So it feels very much like you are in this energy of wanting to collaborate. I feel that you are going through some sort of an ascension process at this time. So your ascension, though, I feel like it was something that was divinely guided. It was like you were kind of going through this metamorphosis process. So for a lot of you guys, this could be like the death of an old former self that is now being transmuted at this time. It could be the death of what was once your identity, or even a career, or something that you might have based a lot of your identity on. So it could even be a situation where maybe for a long time you perceived that, you know, you were unlovable, or, you know, being in union or being in that type of connection would not be possible. But I feel that for a lot of you guys, this was something that you needed to experience in order to step onto your soul path and your mission work. So very much this pile that I'm tapping into are people that are definitely heavily ascended, is the energy that I'm feeling from this reading. I feel as well that there is going to be some sort of peaceful resolution between you and your person. So I feel for a lot of you guys, it's like you've been on your healing path for a while. You know who your person is. You just want to know if it is possible for you guys to be together, or should you kind of forget about the connection? What should you do is the vibe that I'm feeling very much from this reading. It feels very much like this person is finally starting to let go a lot of the things that may have happened in this connection with you and them in the past. I think they've realized now that you guys are actually stronger together than apart, is what the message I'm picking up on is resonating with. This person, I feel for a long time, in the past, maybe if they had like screwed over other people, they kind of like take the approach of not looking back, and they kind of just say, fuck it, I'm out of here. And, you know, they don't look back on the past or relationships or things that may have happened that were painful. But I feel in your case, you're actually inspiring this person to want to come forward and want to speak some truth to you. So I feel for a long time this person might have been closed off to the idea of this connection, but they are learning how to go after what it is that they want. I'm also hearing that they are developing an abundance mindset. So they're recognizing that a lot of the ways in which that they may have not shown you how they really felt about this connection was a way that they would have sabotaged a lot of the way in which this connection would have played out. I feel that there were many times that this person wanted to tell you that they love you or that they want things to work out between you and them. I feel this person may have also written you many letters or maybe many messages, but did not tell you how they really felt. But I feel that there was some sort of recent change that happened now, where this person is recognizing that a lot of time has since passed, but their feelings for you may not have changed. I feel that this person is realizing that if they want to make this connection work, this starts with them creating new memories, new things that they can be proud of as well. You know, what good is it just holding on to that old photo of you and them, or that old memory of things that happened? I'm hearing that's old shit. You know, so they're recognizing now that if they want this connection to work, it starts with them actually being the one to take action here as well. I feel that you guys are going to be having some sort of fated conversation. It could be happening. I know that in the month of April, and I also believe like early May, there is going to be a lunar and solar eclipse. During that time, it's going to be a very vital time, because I think some sort of window of opportunity for you guys to come back or talk is going to occur. And I think when you guys have that conversation, it's really going to touch you very deeply in your heart chakra as well. And I feel that it's something that is long overdue and long awaited between you and this person as well. So it feels very much like there is a resolution that is coming to the forefront, but there is an opportunity that's going to be happening between you and this person very soon, to really have that heartfelt conversation about, you know, how you guys were faring on your journey apart, because I feel that you guys might have been in separation for some time. So I'm just going to read from the book here actually, because I'm not sure. This is like the first time I'm kind of stumped, but not sure what this one is about, but it's clearly very important. So let me read it, because I don't want to just intuitively read it. I want to actually know, because I feel like it's going to be vital for you guys to know this information as well. So it says here, celestial messengers, we shall wander in the immensity, and the stars will be our gleaming ships. In alchemy, the metaphor of squaring the circle relates to mastery over our inner and outer operations. Understanding the correspondence in nature and in mathematics, the master alchemist can see the relationship between that which is above and that which is below, that which is within and which is without. They are able to see the significance of the changing seasons, the wisdom of the differences of the elements, and the intelligence in different directions. Becoming one with the four, their vision is whole as their transitions of time are fully appreciated. As a conceptual meditative practice, let us incorporate this idea into breathing technique called box breathing, as we seek to master our minds and operate from the grace of self-mastery. So the mantra for this card is, I am one of the elementals, seasons, directions, and sky. I compete in my understanding for infinite and perfect why. I've squared the circle and seen life with the philosopher's mind. Their gold is this perspective, and I appreciate the clarity of my inner eye. So this is all about getting some sort of clarity. You know, I feel that as time goes on, you guys are definitely going to gain some more clarity about the situation. I feel that you guys are both learning how to own your own shit and own the parts of why things may have played out the way it did. So Spirit is actually telling me to talk to you guys about this as well. So I remember a couple days ago, actually, funny enough, I had a conversation with my mom in regards to, you know, the separation between me and my person. So my mom isn't as spiritual as I am, but she kind of gives me, I like having conversations with her because it gives me more of a logical perspective on the situation. So my mom has had similar experiences even on my own twin flame journey. Funny enough, like there's a lot of past life stuff, or past like 20-30 years ago with what my mom experienced is kind of similar to what I went through, which is no surprise as well, right? Because my mother was one of my greatest teachers, but also one of my greatest karmics as well too, because I've learned a lot of lessons from my mom as well. So with that being said, I actually had a conversation with her in regards to reaching out to my person. And so a part of that was I had to kind of sit in the energy before actually sending the message to have this type of conversation with him. And a part of it was my mother told me that I needed to own my shit in regards to what I may have did that was not appropriate in the connection that we had. So part of that was I was getting on my person for, you know, cheating and for lying and doing all these things. But a part of me also was very much cheating myself too. Because normally when situations happen and we are kind of like upset about, you know, why did our person do this to us? Why did our person hurt us like this? A part of us is still very much needing to release the expectation and understand that they're human too, just like us. They're human and they're also going through their own evolutionary process as well too. So part of that is also understanding that, you know, nobody is perfect and people are going to make mistakes. But one thing that my mom said to me that really stood out in our conversation was, you were getting down so hard on him, but what have you done in regards to, you know, rejecting him or making him feel like you were the one who was the perfect one in the situation and you didn't make any mistakes? And I actually went silent because a lot of that was actually true. I had basically pushed someone out, my person out, who was actually the one person I had that was really in my corner. You know, the person that really showed up for me and gave me that unconditional love that I felt like I was looking for and finally found it in a person. But it's only through, you know, the absence of everything, and since everything that has happened, I really was able to gain that higher perspective, looking at the situation through my third eye and understanding that I messed up. I fucked up too. It takes two to create a toxic situation. And we often blame our persons for why things play out the way they do. But in actuality, we really need to be looking at ourselves for that guidance. You know, forgiving ourselves too for the parts that we may have played in a situation as well. You know, but this was the past. You know, but sometimes I feel like when you go or when you go through experiences, you know, some of us who are on this twin flame journey would give anything to be able to have that conversation or to even have support while we're going through our stuff. But it's because of ignorance sometimes that it really clouds our judgment and doesn't allow us to see things through the bigger picture. And recognize that everyone makes mistakes, but can you forgive is the important part of this situation. Is it worth fighting over nonsense when you can actually have an opportunity to build, you know, to grow with your person? Especially now at a time where you really need them the most. And I feel that the reason why I went on this little tangent was because someone needed to hear that. Forgive the past. Release what no longer serves. Especially if you haven't been in communication with your person for a while. People can change. You know, when I think about how I was 3 years ago or 2 years ago when I met my person and I started out on my journey, I am no longer the same Angie. And a lot of you guys are probably going through the same thing as well, where you are no longer the same person. So if it is that you and your person are connected, then you can only imagine that your person may have changed as well. Because what happens is, through this adversity and through the pain, is when you are forced to have to turn a new leaf. But I do feel here very much in this pile that there is an opportunity for you guys to come back together and to talk. But it starts with you forgiving yourself and forgiving this person for what happened in the past. You know, it's rare to find someone who is really your person, who can be in your corner, who can support you, who really believes in you. You know, and that's something that sometimes I think that people on our journey take for granted. You know, we really take that for granted, where it's quick to blame the other person, but we ourselves have our own issues. And we don't know how we may have triggered our person too. So it's all about understanding that people are human, people make mistakes. But is it worth it? Is it worth it in the end to really, you know, not be with your person and not really, you know, be unhappy? Might as well try to make it work and be happy. You know, and there are going to be times where you might mess up, your person might mess up, but ultimately, you know, you guys are healing and you guys are growing. You know, and it's true, sometimes making mistakes is how people learn the biggest lessons that are necessary. So let me see the blockages, but I'm pretty sure there is a need here to forgive is one of the major themes I'm picking up on in this reading. We have holding on. So again, wanting to hold on to the past, you know, needing to release the past. So this is very much resonating with what I had said, right? Needing to let go what no longer serves here, you know, and understanding that, you know, you might think as well that time is running out and, you know, when am I going to come into union with my person? Just recognizing too that time is really an illusion, right? If it is in the cards that you guys will be together, regardless of everything that has happened and time that has passed, it has been written. And I feel very much like in this pile, you guys are destined to be together, right? And we have it here, the light. You guys are definitely allowing this person to find their way in the light. The more that they miss you, the more that they think about you is something that is really making this person want to heal. They want to change. They don't want to be in this separation with you. They don't want to be upset with you. They don't want to have these fights, these petty arguments, you know, over things that don't even matter. They want to take accountability. You know, they really want to make it work with you. The same thing that you've been feeling about this person intuitively, I feel they've been feeling the same thing. And they're recognizing that you guys can have this happy home together. There is possible for you guys to be together. But when you get triggered with your person, are you going to hold this against them? Are you someone who holds, you know, a situation over the other person? Or are you going to forgive and forget? You know, is it worth it? But this person wants to take accountability and they want to show up here. You know, the pile number one, that was another story. But this pile here, I feel like there is definitely an opportunity. Union is on the table. You might think that, oh, it's not going to happen. No, it 100% is on the cards. You might think, oh, so much time has passed. My person might not be interested. But no, this is just the beginning. You guys are healing and you guys are stepping into the light. Things are happening. Union is possible in this pile, man. Don't give up, pile number two. Don't give up. You know, it is possible. These are all positive cards. See? Divine intervention is helping your love life at this time. You know, but I feel like on your side, you might be holding on to some grudges of the past. You got to let that go. You got to give it to spirit. Give it to God. Give it to the source, the creator. You got to release that because I feel that your person wants to come back in. And there will be an opportunity for you guys to come together. And I feel like it might even be a situation where you guys might even decide to build based upon what you guys have in terms of resources, because you might realize that you're a lot stronger together in numbers than you are apart. And this actually might help you with rising above your own problems that you have, because you guys might be able to actually work together as a team. You know, and just know that celestial speed up is happening here in this pile. You guys are getting divine intervention and helpers, right? Two cards that speak of divine intervention here. So I feel in this pile, it's really just forgiveness is the blockage here. Needing to forgive. Moving forward. Moving on. You know, not sitting here crying over spilt milk. You know, letting that go. You know, letting God take that over. You know, it's not your cross to bear. Forgive this person and forgive yourself. So let's read the tarot cards for the outcome here. But I feel definitely that, you know, you guys are going to be coming together very soon. And I think it's going to be a situation where you guys are going to be building with what you have. Like, you guys might actually be that one exception, as I talked about, to the rule, where you guys will probably end up being together and you will be triggered by this person. That won't ever go away, but I feel like you guys will realize because of the separation that it's not worth it, like, for you guys to just be apart. Like, you guys will just say, fuck it, like, I forgive you, I'm sorry, and, like, you guys will just, like, maybe, I know this might be 18 plus, but you guys might have some, like, you know, make up sex and then it's good again. Like, you know, you guys are good. But I feel this person does love you sincerely. And you love them too. You know, let's not fool ourselves, pile number two. You love this person too. And they love you too. You know, they really miss you. They miss you a lot, sincerely. See, I'm also hearing, I'm hearing Dexter Daps. When I'm in need of love, I miss you sincerely. It's like, they miss you sincerely. I'm going to link that song. But I'm hearing that it's like, when I'm in need of love, you're the one I turn to. It's like that. Like, this person knows. Like, you're their person. You're their heartbeat, honestly. You are their heartbeat. I'm gonna link that song. It's like this person knows. They also have the Empress. See, they know you are their person. Just that you guys went through some rough patch, but it's not the end of it. Like, I feel like it's just, oh my gosh, this is just the beginning of a new cycle for you guys. We also have the Ten of Wands. We have the Two of Cups. We have here the Eight of Cups reverse. So I'm already hearing they're afraid to contact you. So this person wants to reach out, but they're afraid. They don't know if you're single, if you're with someone else, if you're willing to hear them out. Are you going to shut the door in their face? Are you going to cuss them out? What are you going to do? This person, I feel like they want to know, like, are you still interested in them? Like, it's like that. Like, it's kind of like that kind of childish or that young love where the person, you know, they want to know. It's like that letter that they write for Valentine's Day. Do you want to go out with me? Yes or no? Do you love me? Yes or no? Like, that's the vibe I'm feeling. It's like that innocence, you know, where they're kind of like, you know, well, I really want to be with her or really want to be with him, but, you know, are they going to forgive me? Is it too much time has passed? So I feel the outcome here in this situation is still a little bit very much undecided. I think that there is some more stuff that you guys have to balance off. So the more that you guys, I feel like, work on that forgiveness and acceptance of the past, I feel like is what is going to help you guys get into union. But 100% union is possible here. So I feel like for some of you guys, this is maybe like something that you're afraid to change. It could be a situation where you've been called to work on your mission work, and maybe you guys are kind of afraid in terms of, is it going to be a success? Is it going to be a fail? What's going to happen? So there's a lot of overthinking, I think, happening, but you guys are currently processing a lot of burdens, a lot of things that, you know, happened from the past. So it feels very much like a situation where both of you guys are working on healing. You guys are not really giving up. Some of you guys may have to kind of release this energy of not wanting to go through that level of change. I feel like there is also a lot of tension as well in terms of the communication. So maybe extending that olive branch, as I talked about, like my mom had shared, where you might be the one to reach out to them and just say, hey, how's it going? Or how are you? You know, that might actually help with bridging the gap so this person feels safe to know that you're still actually interested. But I do see here that there is an energy of needing to focus a little bit on yourself at this time and to kind of get yourself back into balance. So for a lot of you guys, I feel like you guys are trying to reap some sort of fruits of your labor at the moment, and this person is doing the same thing as well. But there is a need here to balance some sort of karma. So head over heart is what needs to be balanced here. It's like head, which is here. It's interesting how this is a brain and this is a heart. So on one side, I feel like this is kind of giving like that yin yang, where your person may bring logics and you bring the heart and passion and fire in the situation. So I feel like it's a situation where you guys definitely have an opportunity to come into union, but it all depends again on if you guys are able to release a lot of that negativity from the past. But there's some sort of window I feel that is opening for you guys to be able to have at least a conversation to see where each other sits or stands at this time. So you might be the one who feels called to reach out to them, to extend that olive branch, but we see it here, the lovers. There is a lot of love here in this connection. You know, you guys really love each other. A lot of love. So much love here. But I feel like it's like a divine timing. So whenever the full moon in Libra is, I feel like it's going to be a good time. And also the new moon in Libra as well might be a good time. So that's around April of 2023. However, all readings are timeless, but there's going to be an opportunity, I feel, in the springtime. Could even be May as well, where you guys might get communication from this person, or you guys might decide to be brave and actually reach out to them and, you know, apologize, and you guys are able to have some sort of long-awaited conversation. So let me get the last piece of advice for this reading, and I'm going to close it out. But both of you guys are definitely healing at this time. So union is possible for you in this lifetime, pile number 2. There's a lot of love here. Oh my gosh. So this card also came out in pile number 1. So there might be some additional messages in pile number 1 for pile number 2. That's crazy. The same exact card. And I shuffled it, you know. So let's read it. So I guess like you guys are staying in a comfort zone, which is like being afraid to reach out, being afraid to, you know, say too much, or are they going to reject me? But like pile number one storyline was a bit different. For you guys, I feel like you're more evolved in your evolutionary process than pile number one. Pile number one has a lot of stuff they got to work on. You guys, I feel like, have transmuted a lot of it already, and that's why you guys are just kind of like wanting to come into balance right now. Like you guys are balancing things out, but you guys have already transmuted a lot of karma, is what I feel here. So it says, a woman sits at a table in a fenced-in yard. In the distance, fireworks light the sky. The lovely woman seems comfortable lounging in her lovely garden, but ignoring the world outside the fence. Her situation may be adequate, but really she's missing out on the joy and excitement beyond her own environment. This reflects a present mindset or a situation for you. There is a circumstance, a relationship, or even a place that you are choosing to stay in out of familiarity and inhibition or self-doubt. You're making the assumption that something familiar is predictable and therefore safe, but that is not necessarily the case. In fact, you may actually be limiting yourself and also limiting the joy you could be experiencing in your life. Only when you choose to stay in, based on a sense of genuine joy and feeling of self-honor, does this decision resonate with your heart. It is time to look at all your options and know that you are resourceful enough to break through the fence of your own making. The abundantly beautiful world is yours for the taking. Join the celebration. So the affirmation for this card is, the world is a wonderful place and I have all the power and resources I need to make it mine. So as I talked about, there is a need here for you guys maybe to even collaborate with this person, I feel, that might even be coming forward in the springtime. You guys may decide to even move in with this person, or you guys might decide to there's something about pooling your resources together. I don't know what that's about, but something along those lines where you guys might try to, I'm hearing, make life. So you guys might try to make life together by that conversation. There is some sort of conversation that needs to be had, but I feel that it's like long overdue. But Spirit is opening a timeline for you guys to come back and talk and catch up and reconcile and talk about the past and good times and, you know, catch up again. Like two best friends is what I'm hearing. Like two peas in a pod is what I'm hearing as well. But it all starts with putting that pride aside and also owning your shit, is what my mother said. Own your shit, pile number two. Own it, you know? Don't let this person feel that, you know, all this time has passed and you're just in the energy of blaming them. Take your ownership for the parts in which you may have played in this connection too. I feel there's an energy here as well of needing to forgive, so that there is an opportunity for things to work out for everyone's highest good here. Because I feel like you're going to need this person's help and they're going to need your help very soon. In the next coming weeks is also what is resonating for this reading as well. So that's what I have for you, pile number two. If it resonates, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, if you would like to book a personal, check out my website. And I'm sending you guys lots of love and light. Take care. Hey, my wonderful pile number three. So this is going to be your reading. So before we tap in, if you guys are new here, my name is Angie and I resonate with the Twin Flame Collective. So before we tap in, I would like to say a disclaimer, because I know that these type of readings can be a bit triggering. So I am just a messenger. I'm only delivering the message to you. But you guys have to also turn on your discernment as well and take the parts of the message that resonate with your situation. So don't try to make all of the parts fit, as this is a general reading. So if you'd like to book a personal, you guys can check that out on my website, where you will be able to get accuracy with your specific situation as well. So when you watch these readings, you are only watching to pick up upon what you were already getting intuitively. So this just confirms what you are already feeling in your psyche. This is not to provide you with something that you didn't already know. You know whether or not this is your story, yes or no. So if it doesn't resonate, check out other readings, check out other piles as well, right? So that's my little disclaimer from the beginning. Also, I want to let you guys know that I'm going to be doing a giveaway this month. So if you feel called, you guys can like, comment, and subscribe to be entered into my giveaway. I usually do giveaways every single month for 2 lucky subscribers that have a chance to win a free personal reading. So I also want to say a disclaimer as well. So I actually last month, I don't know why I'm mentioning this, but Spirit is telling me to talk about it. So the people for last month did not come forward. So I don't know what happened. I posted it on my community tab and they did not come forward. So I'm like, why did you guys not come forward? It's a free reading. But anyways, Anywho, I just had to get that out of the way. So maybe the people who were the ones who won last month will see this reading and then reach out to me for that personal reading. So we have the self. So you guys are actually the only group that I actually have music playing in the background. So I was guided to play this music, and it is Cultivate Positive Aura, Cleanse Heart Chakra, Heal Spiritual Energy Flow. And this is a Solfeggio 639 hertz. So you guys might be called to listen to that music at bedtime, as this might help with healing and clearing your heart chakra, as this could be some sort of heart chakra blockage, or I'm hearing betrayal may resonate already from this reading. I don't know, but that's what I was told. So I want you guys, and this is probably also why you chose the self, right? Because the heart chakra is all about self-compassion, right? Forgiveness, being able to look at things through the perspective, right? So a different perspective, forgiving, understanding, gaining that wisdom, you know? The heart is also the middle gateway between the rest of the chakras. So if there is a heart chakra, the rest of your chakras are probably most likely blocked too. So just as an FYI, you guys might need a clearing, a spiritual cleansing. I also do Reiki, so you guys might want to check out my website, as if you guys are going through some heartbreak, pain, that definitely will compromise you 100%. So I can help with clearing that. So before we begin, this is going to be your energy here. This is going to be the person on your mind's energy, and the down energy here will be the connection, the connecting chakra. So let's see the DF watching this reading, or the intuitive person watching this reading. Let's see their energy. I may have to pull the card. Okay, no, I didn't. You guys got two cards. So we got playfulness in reverse, and we got guidance. This also came out in pile number 2. That's quite interesting, and it came out here, but this is like a different context, I already feel. So let me get the person on their mind's card. We have experiencing. And that is the 3 of Wands, the 3 of Pentacles, and this is the Page of Wands. Reverse. Okay, so let's get the connecting chakra energy, please. Even if it's not a soul connection, you guys still share the same energy, regardless. Awareness. We have breath. And one card fell on the floor. We also have teachers. This came out in pile number 1. That's crazy. That's like different context, but the same cards that keep coming out, which is crazy. And I've shuffled many times. Okay, so right away, pile number no, I almost called you pile number 1. So there could be additional messages in here for you. Pile number 3 and pile number 1. So with this playfulness, I feel like this is kind of like some sort of trauma here that actually is blocking you from moving forward. So you guys are getting guidance at this time from your higher self, your angels, your ancestors, that are actually working closely with you to overcome some sort of betrayal or incident that re-triggered some sort of childhood issues that you had. This person mirrored to you and really has triggered you now tremendously as a result of this. So what it feels here, it's kind of like there was some sort of awareness that was downloaded in your psyche. So it feels very much like a situation where you might have been with this person for an extended period of time, and then you kind of found out that maybe they weren't as invested in the connection that you thought they were actually. So this person kind of, and I'm hearing it's not really using, but it's like this person was meant to go through this experience with you because you were kind of like an ascension partner is what it feels here in this reading. So this person was meant to learn some sort of lesson through you and vice versa with them. So there could have been a lot of addictions that may have been running in this connection that kind of kept you guys in the same cycle of pain with this person. So maybe many times you tried to get this person to open up to you, to show you more, to really become more vulnerable with you, but this person just refused to. Like they were kind of like in this energy of stalemate, where you were concerned. So the Three of Wands usually is a card that speaks of action, but I'm feeling like this person is growing from your experience with them. And I think that this person learned how to put themselves first and how to choose their happiness before anything else in this connection here. So you are basically marrying to this person a part of themselves that needed to be healed, that they weren't seeing for a while. Okay, so I'm being told to get a deck. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. So what I was already feeling too while I shuffled that deck is like, you are settling here. Like, it feels like very much like it's a situation where the both of you guys came together because of maybe some sort of stability that this connection may have been able to provide. So there could be a housing situation where maybe the both of you guys didn't have enough money to pay for rent on your own, or there was some sort of financial obligation, it feels like, in this situation. So you guys could have come together for that purpose, and it kind of like was a situation where both of you guys may have been in love even with someone else. So it feels like there is an awareness here where you guys both know this intuitively, but for somehow this lesson can't seem to like break free. But I feel like this person, though, they want out. So it feels very much like a situation where you yourself may even want out of this, but you don't know how to come out of this cycle with this person. It's like a very painful situation you have found yourself in as well. And I'm noticing the green on her eyes here as well. So it's like you may have cried many tears about the situation too, and them as well. But for some reason, it's like it just won't end. Like the same pain keeps resurfacing. So let me pull some cards. We have breakup. So exactly, there needs to be some sort of ending here in this connection. Or if it hasn't happened already, I feel that there is going to be some sort of breakup ending. But I feel like it's kind of applicable, where both of you guys needed to go through this so that you were able to really learn a powerful lesson here. And that is a lesson of choosing yourself, you know, following your heart. So it feels like maybe this person might have actually been in love with someone else, and they were only using you for some sort of financial benefit, is what I feel here, or vice versa. Maybe they wanted to use you for some sort of financial benefit, or you got to take your storyline as it resonates. But it feels very much like a coldness here, you know. It's very cold, is the vibe I'm feeling here. It's like both of you guys are not in love with each other here. This is a not love situation. It's like a relationship based upon convenience. And maybe you guys had told yourself for a long time, it feels like, that in time things would be different, or maybe this person will open up to me. The more experiences we have, the more things we do, maybe they'll be different. But no, this person, it feels like you wanted to collaborate with them, but they just didn't want to collaborate with you. They were just only here for the ride. They were only here to gain what they could from this experience, you know. And that's unfortunate, because I feel like you have so much more to offer. I feel this person, or you, might even be nervous to tell this person that you want out of this situation. But I feel like either both of you guys will just, you know, decide to leave it. But you guys got to walk away from this, definitely, is what I'm feeling. Like, I don't even have to pull more cards, and I already see like this situation is like dead end. There's no vibe here, you know. This is a not love. This is a relationship based upon convenience, you know. And it was because of your childhood why you chose this person too, you know, is what I'm picking up on as well. Both of you guys may have had a very tumultuous upbringing, and that was what made you guys kind of be paired together. But this is definitely feels like it's either a twin flame or ascension partner, is what I'm feeling here. But for most of you guys, this is an ascension partner. This person was meant to help you figure out that you needed to go and get some sort of support. And I'm hearing for a lot of you guys, you may have thought that you could have done this on your own, or you got over this, but no. You just manifested a part of your childhood with this person, pretty much. A cycle of chaos. It could have been a situation too where maybe this person was, you know, they have a lot of anxiety, and maybe you have a lot of anxiety, and this kind of is the energy that's very mirrored here amongst you guys. But you guys are both very aware of what this really is, you know, with this awareness card. You know what it is. You both know what this is. And I feel like you watching this is just giving you confirmation of what you already knew. You got to choose yourself. You got to come out of this cycle, man. You got to choose yourself. The answer is no, right? And it could have even just been a sexualized connection as well. right? Where you guys kind of came together and it was a sex-based relationship where the both of you guys had trauma, and so it was like a trauma bond, but through sex, you know, where the sex would have been amazing. This is probably even a karmic soulmate where, you know, the sex was amazing, or you guys had that type of sexual compatibility, but deep down, in terms of like the meat and potatoes of the connection, is like a shell of a connection where, you know, nobody is really feeling that. Like it's empty. Like you might have been with this person for years, but you still don't know who this person is that you're dealing with. It's like you might think you know them well, but there's a lot of things that this person might not even have told you about that is still very much outstanding here as well. I feel this person is also your greatest teacher, pile number 3. You learned a lot about yourself in this situation and vice versa. So in this case, I would already say that, you know, there's a lot that has to be done here. And I think even with this friends only reverse, it's like, you know, you can't be friends with this person either, because you got to focus on yourself right now. And when you heal, then you can maybe think about going back and reconsidering this. But for right now, I feel like the focus should be on self. And we also have be supportive in reverse as well too, right? And so I feel like there is no way to really support this person because you've already given them all that you could give them. There is nothing more here to be had. You've learned all the lessons. You've learned many such situations from this person. You know what it is with this person. You know already. You know everything in this case. And it has here, let go of the past. So exactly, you need to heal the past. Release it, you know? And it's like, you might think, oh, maybe we can stay together. No, this is toxic. You know, this is very toxic. I have to even stage after this. This is very toxic, guys. Very toxic. You know, this is a not love situation is what I'm feeling here as well. Very much. And I'm so sorry. Pile number 3, this is a trigger. And that's why I told you, like, if this doesn't resonate, choose another pile. But somebody in the pile number 3 needs to hear this. Let's see the major concerns in this connection, the blockages. We have neediness, right? That codependency is one of the major themes here, where it's like, I want you, but get away. I want you, get away. I want you, get away. It's like that, you know, hot, cold type of energy. Like, both of you guys have issues with letting people get close to you because of your childhood. You've got to work on that. You got to heal it. We are an adult version of our child self, so if we never get over things from our childhood, we'll never be able to move forward. But I feel that you guys are feeling empowered. You know, maybe these messages are now empowering you to be able to finally gain that last push or that last clarity about this. It's not going to work. You know, this is not it for you. There is someone else I feel waiting in queue to come in, but not this person. You guys are just not for each other. I feel that this person, though, in this pile, they may even have a soulmate with someone else, is the message I'm picking up on. Like, and you knew this too. You might have even spoke to that person's person, and that person's person could have even told you as well that, you know, like, they know that this person will be back, or they know something along those lines. They might have even told you, like, you know, like, yeah, like, this is my person, you know, we're going through stuff right now, but, you know, thanks for taking care of them type of vibe, and they'll be back shortly. But it's like you guys kept thinking that you were the main one, but you were actually the other person in this situation, you know? And that is painful. I'm so sorry, pile number 3, but you guys can't settle for this here, man. This is not good. You gotta let this person go. We also have effectiveness, right? So this is all about, you know, being effective in the situation, choosing yourself, you know, realizing that you are enough. And we have it here at the back again, sex. There's some sort of issue here with sex. Could be sexual identity, over-sexualized behavior. Could even be a same-sex relationship as well coming forward here. I'm noticing this is like rainbow as well. So there's like some sort of betrayal. It's like over and over again, you guys might have arguments, then have makeup sex, then argument, makeup sex, argument, makeup sex. It's a very abusive connection as well too. Maybe mentally, spiritually, emotionally, you just are being abused by this person here. You know, it's like you're being like that rag doll. You know, you have to take your power back here. When is it going to be enough? How much more sex do you need with this person to know that, you know, this is not it for you? You got to create your own heaven on earth. You know, your parents' story here doesn't have to be your story. You can create a different reality for yourself. You got to listen to your guides. You got to go inwards. A lot of you guys need to get on your life purpose. If you guys need clarity about what you could do, book that reading. I can hook you guys up. Get the clarity. Detach from the situation. This is heavily toxic. Let's see the outcome here. You got to heal. You got to heal your heart. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, when the heart chakra is blocked, you know, this is what really also makes people numb out, right? Because they just lock off their heart and they just only see, you know, what can I gain from the situation? So usually when that happens, you have a lot of difficulties in relationship, lack of compassion, right? So even this person too has heart chakra blockages because they can't see that this is also hurting you as well. Attitude of coldness is one of the symptoms as well. Negativity and pessimism is also another symptom. Vengefulness, shyness, loneliness, financial and emotional insecurities, overly critical. So do you judge yourself? You know, do you judge other people as well? Jealousy, demanding, possessiveness, and codependency. The number one thing with a heart chakra blockage is codependency, right? And this could even manifest as, for a lot of you guys, as insomnia. You know, a lot of you guys might have been having a lot of trouble sleeping. You might even be someone who has high blood pressure as well. Breathing issues, so respiratory problems, right? Immune system issues as well. Maybe you're someone who gets sick often as well too. These are some of the symptoms that you might be experiencing that will also give you the clarity that you need to hear in this situation here. Let's see the outcome. We have the Empress in reverse, right? The distorted feminine. The Nine of Cups. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We also have the Prince of Wands, which is a Page of Wands. The Page of Wands came out here and is here again. Definitely childhood trauma. And that's what manifested this type of toxic connection, right? It was based upon your own wounding. So you attracted this person to you and vice versa. And we have the Princess of Wands. So actually, no, this here, actually, I think this is a bonus card in this deck. So this, I think, is actually the Knight of Wands, and this is the Page of Wands. So again, Knight and Page. So what I see here as the outcome is you can stay in this situation. So you have basically two options. This person is not going to be able to show up for you, pile number 3. But you have a choice to make here, a decision to be made. It's either you stay in the sunken place with this person or you rise above the adversity and you actually take your power back. There is an opportunity here for you to really find that happiness first within self. In terms of being in union, it starts with you loving yourself. You know, recognizing that, you know, whatever you do for this person, it's not that you're not enough. It's just that you guys are just not compatible together. It's a very toxic situation based upon your programming. There's a lot of hot and cold here-ness here. This person, I feel, I don't know what it is. I feel that this person has somebody else. So if you didn't know, pile number 3, now you know. And I feel that this person, they're telling me, is going to be coming back towards that person. And that might even be the final wake-up call that you needed to get, that they decide to be with someone else over you. And that's the final, you know, wake-up call that you would get. But don't let it get to this point, pile number 3. You know, don't let it get here. Detach. I don't know what you have to do. I don't know if it's like a financial situation where you got to get your pentacles up. I don't know, but you guys got to make it happen, because at the same time, why stay with someone that you're not happy with? I feel this person also has cheated on you many times here as well. Many times, and you've cheated on them, vice versa. There's a lot of toxicity in this connection. But I see here that there is a decision that needs to be made here. And it's time. It's time for you guys to really stand in determination and stand in courage here. You know, overcome that jealousy that you might feel if you find out that they're with someone else. Oh, I'll let their person deal with them. You know, you guys can manifest new beginnings for yourself and create a better reality than this one here. But this is a very difficult situation you found yourself in. But I already feel that this connection is already over. It probably already ended a long time ago. Or it will end very soon. Because you might find out that they decide to go and reconcile with someone else, and that might have been the awareness that you already knew was coming, but that will be the final push that some of you guys may need to hear, where you guys finally decide to focus on yourself, work on your healing, you know, create a new reality. I feel union is possible for you first, but not with this person, unfortunately. You know, I'm sorry to say, but for this pile, I don't think union is possible with this person. You know, it's just too many things, too many issues. you know, like you guys together, it's just a recipe for disaster. It's just not it. Unfortunately, it's just not it. But there is an opportunity here, I see, to really heal that inner child here. You know, really heal yourself with the Prince of Wands. You know, heal yourself. Find the passion of life, that zest again. What do you guys feel gives you that sense of happiness? What brings you joy? But you can't think that this person is going to be the one to bring you joy. Happiness is found within self first, before you can give to anyone or any other situation. You got to find that power within yourself. You know, be the bigger one to finally walk away from this. But, you know, this person is not going to commit to you. It's just the same cycle. This person is actually looking, you know, the Three of Wands is a card that talks to looking out into the horizons and seeing what's ahead, right? They're looking ahead. They're thinking about how they can also leave this behind too. You know, so while you might be making your plans, they might be making plans to leave as well. You know, this person wants to move home as well too. I'm feeling also very strongly as well. They want to leave you behind. You know, so are you going to wait until they finally give you the door? Or are you going to actually be the one to take your power back here? You know, and leave it behind. What will you choose? Pile number 3. The ball is in your court. You know, a lot of you guys may benefit from getting that personal reading. Get that closure. You know, you need to know, so you can finally decide what to do here. What am I supposed to be working on at this time? You know, these are questions that I can help you answer. Instead of you sitting here not knowing what to do, get help. You know, so that way you're able to create a different reality other than this one here. Because this is a very messed up situation you found yourself in. I feel this also a situation where intuitively, it's like I'm hearing my worst nightmare has come true. Yes, because you guys could have left it a long time ago, but for some reason you kept thinking, you know, holding on tightly to this person. I feel that the tighter that you hold on to this person, the more that they veer into the other direction of someone else. Or something else. You know? Something else has this person occupied. I don't know why I'm feeling that, but they have their eye on something else or someone else. Let's get the last piece of advice, please, Spirit. So you might be penetrating them, but they're penetrating someone else. They're looking at, see, they're looking at someone else. The healing light, and we also have the loving woman. And this is you, pile number 3. I feel like you have a lot to offer, you know, but you gotta heal. You gotta work on yourself. You gotta release codependency here. Right? Release codependency. This person has selfish intentions towards you, and you knew this, pile number 3. You knew. You must have known. You know, it's just not a not love situation here. This person, I feel like, is studying their money as well. They're looking for a way to come out too. You know, how can they level up and get their money up, and then they're gone. They're going to leave you. And I know that it's very triggering to hear, but you got to find your light. So the card reverse wants you to know the power of the healer is within you. The eternal soul is connected to the love and light of those divine, and it is capable of bringing great resolution to your life and the lives of others. Your marvelous power doesn't end with yourself. This card is in this position also signals your ability to share your healing energy with the universe. If you are interested in entering the medical field, consider the role you would like to play. Or if you feel called to an alternative approach like radiant hands-on or reiki healing energy, now is the time to explore these fields. If you've already been engaged in such studies, the card indicates a potential career in such endeavors for you. Professions such as medical intuitive, massage therapist, acupuncturist, or animal intuitive may also be worth considering at this time. Let yourself follow the healing path that calls to your heart. Trust in your own vast power and your ability to bring it to others. Know that you carry the healing light within. So the affirmation is, I invite the healing energy of the angels and divine. I open myself to the healing power within. So this is all about standing in your light and fulfilling your own purpose, right? You have a lot of gifts that you could share with the world. People are waiting to hear from you. Even this experience that you might have gone through right now. What did you learn from this? How can you then use this to even possibly help other people who might be struggling? You know, that's how I'm able to share this with you, because I've been in a lot of connections that were not love situations, you know, situationship. You know, so I know exactly what that pain feels like, but you know, it doesn't have to be your never-ending story. You can change your narrative at any time, pile number 3. So a loving woman sits in a field with fruits, a flower in her lap, while a puppy sleeps by her side. The energy that comes from her is supportive and caring, and you'll soon find those vibrations coming to you. There is a woman in your life who is going to increase the love and support around you. This caring person may be a friend or a family member or even a work relationship. If she is not in your life yet, you will be meeting her soon. There will also be a romantic connection here. The woman herself may be a new intimate relationship, or she may be introducing you to the next heartfelt love. Whatever form she takes, this tender-hearted woman will be valued in your life. So the affirmation for this card is, I treat myself with love and compassion, and I attract those energies into my life. So after you guys heal, I feel like there is an opportunity for you guys to manifest a connection with someone else, where it will be a love situation rather than a not love situation. But it all depends upon you guys here, if you're willing to do the work or not. I feel that you guys have the potential to expand that love that you feel for yourself and give that to other people. But it also starts by you loving yourself unconditionally. And that's how you change your vibration to attract people that are vibrating in a higher frequency than the one that you've currently been attracting. So once you guys do that healing and that deep introspection, this will also help you guys with tapping into a new reality for yourself. Some of you guys would also benefit from that Akasha clearing or that Reiki session. I do Reiki. I'm a Reiki master as well. So if you guys feel called, you guys can check out my website for details, or get that personal reading so you can get that closure, you know, in terms of what you need to know and be able to help yourself with building your career, your business, you know, things that actually matter here, so that you can finally feel that sense of fulfillment and happiness with the way that your life will end up. I feel that there is so much potential here, pile number 3. Don't let this be a message that, you know, really gets you down, right? Just take it as a learning experience. You knew all of this already intuitively. I'm only giving you the messages that you were already knew about from before. It's just giving you that closure, that final push that you needed to hear to be able to figure out your situation. But don't let this person be the one that decides to close it out with you. You got to act quickly here in this situation, because I feel that it's at any time, might even be May, that this person might go and declare some love to someone else, or if it hasn't already happened, it's going to happen, and you guys are going to be left in the wind. They might even decide to like move in quickly with that person, is what I'm being told too, and then you're kind of like on your own, you know, and then you guys are going to be feeling screwed. Don't let this be your story, pile number 3. Take action, you know, work on that healing. So that's what I have for you, pile number 3. If it resonates, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm sending you guys lots of love and light. Take care.